Here's a paradox that runs a lot of tired lives. The reason you're exhausted probably isn't that you're weak or doing something wrong. It's the opposite. You're exhausted because you're capable and everyone around you found out. The person who can handle things becomes the person who's handed everything until their competence quietly turns into a trap. A life so full of things only they can do that there's no room left to breathe. Tonight, the sky sits right on top of this. The moon is a waxing crescent, August 18th, 2026, about 27% lit, filling steadily. And the sun is in gate 29, line 2, the line that carries an ancient warning against overcommitment, the specific trap of the able. So this is your moon letter about the capable person's trap, how your greatest strength becomes the exact reason you're depleted, and what to set down tonight. Let's open it. The crescent tonight is about 27% lit, filling with a calm, confident rhythm. She's clearly taking on more light each night. But here's what the moon does that we so often don't. She fills at her own pace, and not one bit faster. She doesn't try to be full tonight because the sky is demanding it. She doesn't skip ahead to gibbous because it would be convenient for everyone. She takes on exactly the light that belongs to this night in her cycle and no more. There is a natural limit to how much she gathers at a time, and she honors it perfectly every single month. And that's the quiet correction she offers tonight. Because the capable person's whole problem is the opposite. We take on far more than belongs to any single day, override our own limits, and call it being helpful or being strong. The moon fills fully, but never beyond her rhythm. She's showing you that there is such a thing as enough for tonight, and that honoring it isn't weakness. It's how you keep filling, month after month, without ever burning out. The energy tonight is the pull to take on more, and the wisdom to notice when more has become too much. Waxing crescent energy wants to build, to fill, to say yes to growth, and that's healthy. But at 27%, with the moon still measured and unhurried, there's a second signal underneath. The reminder that filling has a rhythm, and that overriding the rhythm doesn't get you full faster. It just breaks you. For the capable person, this is the exact edge that matters. Your energy tonight isn't asking whether you can take on the next thing. You almost certainly can. That's never been the question. It's asking whether you should, whether it belongs to your rhythm, whether adding it means something else quietly gets starved. There's a strength available tonight that most capable people never learn. The strength to stop at enough while you still have the ability to do more. Not because you've hit your limit, but because you've decided, for once, to keep some of yourself for yourself. In human design, the sun is in gate 29, line 2. Gate 29 is the gate of the yes, of committing and persevering. But line 2 carries its sharpest warning. It's the line most associated with the danger of overcommitment. Line 2 has natural, almost effortless ability. Things come easily to it, and precisely because they do, it gets pulled into more and more, often without consciously choosing any of it. The classic line 2 shadow is being called out of your natural flow to handle things simply because you're good at them, until you're overloaded with commitments you never actually decided to make. And the wisdom of this line is discernment about demand, learning to tell the difference between a call that's genuinely yours and a demand you're just capable of answering. Because being able to answer everything is exactly how line 2 ends up exhausted and resentful, buried under a pile of yes it never really said. So tonight, gate 29 line 2 offers the capable person a specific medicine, the permission to let your ability stop automatically obligating you. To notice when you're being pulled into something only because you can do it well, and to understand that can is not the same as must, and that some of the most important no's you'll ever say are to the things you're perfectly able to do. So let's understand how capability becomes a cage, because for able, reliable people, this is the trap that runs a whole life, and naming its mechanics is how you finally get free of it. The first gear is simple: competence attracts demand. The moment you demonstrate you can do a thing well, requests for that thing multiply. It's not malice, it's just how systems flow. Water runs downhill, and work runs toward whoever handles it best. So the better you get, the more arrives, automatically, whether or not you have room for it. Second, the reliable one quietly becomes the default one. At first you're asked, then slowly you're just assumed. The thing you handled once becomes the thing you always handle, then the thing everyone forgets was ever a question. It's simply yours now, permanently, by a decision nobody remembers making, least of all you. Third, and this is the loneliest part, nobody rescues the person who never seems to struggle. When you handle everything smoothly, you become invisible in your effort. People see the calm surface and assume there's no strain underneath, so no one offers to lighten your load, because as far as anyone can tell, you don't have a problem. The very competence that got you buried is what hides the burial from everyone around you. And fourth, the cruel sum. Your greatest strength becomes the exact reason you're depleted. The thing you're proud of, that you can be counted on, that you hold it together, that you're the capable one, is precisely the thing pulling more onto you than any person should carry. It's not a flaw in you that you're tired. It's a predictable result of being able in a world that routes everything toward the able. Which means the answer isn't to become less capable. It's to stop letting capable mean infinitely available. So, how do you tell the difference between a real commitment and a load you simply absorbed? Because most of what's crushing capable people is the second kind, wearing the mask of the first. Here's how to separate them. First, a commitment is something you chose. A load is something that just landed on you. Go through what you're carrying and ask, honestly, of each thing, did I actually decide to take this on in a clear moment as a real yes? Or did it accumulate onto me, handed over, assumed, inherited, while I was busy being capable? The things you truly chose feel different from the things that just piled up, and most people are stunned when they look by how much of their weight they never actually agreed to. Second, a commitment has an end. A load quietly becomes permanent. Real commitments have a shape, a scope, a finish, a point where they're complete. Loads have a way of becoming forever, expanding silently until they're just part of the furniture of your life. If you can't imagine when a thing you're carrying would ever end, that's a strong sign it stopped being a commitment and became a life sentence you never chose. Third, a commitment is yours. A load is often someone else's that you're holding for them. This is the big one for helpers. So much of what exhausts capable people is not their own responsibility at all. It's other people's work, other people's problems, other people's discomfort, absorbed because you could, and because putting it down felt unkind. But a thing being in your hands doesn't make it yours. And fourth, the question that cuts through all of it, did I decide this, or did I just never put it down? Because a startling amount of what we carry purely through inertia. We picked it up once for a reason that's long gone and simply never set it back down. Not because it's still ours, just because letting go never made it onto the list. Tonight it does. So how do you actually start carrying less without drowning in the guilt that ambushes every capable person the moment they try to set something down? 3 moves, each aimed at a specific guilt. First, being able to do a thing is not the same as being obligated to do it. This is the core reframe, and it deserves to be said flatly, because capable people genuinely confuse the two. You can do almost anything you're handed. That's exactly the problem. Capability is not consent. Your ability to carry a weight creates no duty to carry it. Untangling can from must is the single most freeing distinction available to you, and most of your overload lives in the gap between them. Second, let others carry what's actually theirs, even if they carry it imperfectly. The hidden engine of overload is the belief that if you don't do it, it'll be done badly or not at all, and often that's even true. But you taking on everyone's load to spare them the struggle isn't kindness. It robs them of their own growth and buries you in the process. Let people carry their own things, at their own level, even when you could do it better. Their imperfect handling of their own life is not your emergency. Third, protect a reserve. Refuse to run yourself to empty on principle. Capable people have a dangerous pride in giving everything, in being the one who's still standing when everyone else has stopped. But a person run to zero helps no one, and the reserve you keep isn't selfishness. It's what lets you actually be there sustainably for the things and people that matter most. Keep something back on purpose. And underneath all three, the sentence to practice. I can but I won't this time, and let that be a complete answer. You don't owe a diagnosis of your limits, a defense of your capacity, a justification of your no. You're allowed to be fully able and still decline. Can but won't. It's one of the most powerful and least used sentences a capable person can learn, and tonight is a fine night to start. Here is your ritual for setting something down, quiet, honest, and a little bit of a relief. When the evening settles, step outside and find her. The waxing crescent, about 27% lit, filling at her own measured pace, never taking on more than belongs to the night. Let her stand for everything you carry. Then name one thing you hold only because you're the one who can. Not because it's truly yours, not because you chose it in any real moment, just because you're capable and it flowed to you, and you never put it down. There's almost always one that comes to mind immediately. That immediacy is the tell. Next, decide honestly what it is. Something to keep, something to hand back to whoever it actually belongs to, or something to simply let fall. You don't have to solve it all tonight. You only have to see it clearly and choose. And finally, set one thing down tonight. Send the message that hands it back. Say the sentence that declines it. Or just make the inner decision firmly that you are no longer the permanent owner of this thing. Feel the weight change even a little. That lighter feeling isn't laziness or failure. It's what a capable person feels the first time they remember that being able to carry everything was never the same as being required to. Walk back inside carrying a little less on purpose. So, let this be the letter you keep from tonight. You are not exhausted because you're weak. You're exhausted because you're capable, and your capability quietly became everyone's supply. The crescent fills to 27% tonight, and takes on not one bit more light than belongs to the night, honoring a limit without apology, and she's showing you that there's such a thing as enough for now. Separate the commitments you actually chose from the loads that just landed on you. Notice how much you're holding only because you never put it down. Remember that being able to do a thing obligates you to nothing. Let others carry what's theirs. Keep a reserve. And practice the sentence that sets you free. I can, but I won't this time. Your competence was supposed to make your life bigger, not bury it. Set something down tonight, not because you failed to be strong, but because being strong was never meant to mean carrying everything until there's nothing left of you. Thank you for looking honestly at what you carry tonight, and for remembering that capable was never meant to mean endlessly available. A new letter from the sky arrives every single day, and as the crescent keeps filling toward its first quarter, the days ahead are about building on what's truly yours and letting the rest go. Until then, keep a reserve, let others hold what's theirs, and remember you can decline the very things you're able to do.